This is Michael Kurilla, Director of the Division of Clinical Innovation at the National Center for Advancing Translational Sciences, or NCATS, part of the National Institutes of Health, better known as NIH. This video provides an overview of a Request for Information, or RFI, regarding the Clinical and Translational Science Awards programs, affectionately known as CTSA. We are asking you, as relevant stakeholders, for your input on ways to improve the CTSA program. This RFI is soliciting comments on the CTSA program objectives, as well as application issues concerning both the submission as well as review process. This RFI is one of many sources for stakeholder engagement. NCATS is one of 27 institutes and centers within NIH. NCATS strives to bring more medical treatments to more patients more quickly. NCATS' focus is on foundational, broadly applicable gaps and opportunities across the translational spectrum. NCATS emphasizes both scientific as well as operational aspects that enhance development of new medical interventions. NCATS promotes development, demonstration, and dissemination of medical innovation by leveraging the power of data, new technologies, and teamwork that overcome bottlenecks in translational research. The Division of Clinical Innovation, or DCI, is the major extramural funding arm of NCATS with a focus on innovating the development and demonstration of novel processes and sharing of best practices for translational science, as well as disseminating expertise and tools while training a diverse translational workforce. DCI administers the CTSA program. The CTSA program is the largest NIH program and constitutes a national consortium of academic medical research institutions, along with associated partners and collaborators committed to the highest quality of medical research and innovation. Origins of the CTSA extend back over 50 years when NIH began funding general clinical research centers to support clinical research. In 2006, under the Reinventing the Clinical Enterprise Initiative, NIH began phasing out GCRCs and established CTSAs that, while incorporating many features of the GCRCs, enhanced training, education, and community engagement aspects. NCATS was created in 2011 and took over management of the program. The current program goals focus on the translational workforce, patient and community engagement, integration of underserved populations across the lifespan, improving the quality and efficiency of clinical research, and the application of cutting-edge information technology and informatics. In fiscal year 2019 alone, NCATS invested $560 million in the CTSA program across 60 U.S. medical research institutions. This schematic highlights the structural and functional features of the CTSA program, including a mentor development program and an optional training program. There are several consortium-wide activities, including CLIC for coordination, CD2H for informatics, and the TIN for clinical trials. There are additional funding opportunities, including mechanisms for CTSA collaborative and dissemination projects, as well as options for diversity and career reentry awards. The consortium-level activities address targeted areas such as innovation in the process of design and conduct of clinical trials by the Trial Innovation Network. The SMART IRB platform facilitates the initiation of multi-site clinical trials. Identifying subjects for clinical trials is the focus of accrual to clinical trials. NCATS is also concerned with measuring the impact of the CTSA program with its Common Metrics initiative. Additional CTSA investments include the implementation of clinical trial management systems for improving the efficiency of clinical trial information. Informatics tools are geared towards increasing the interoperability of research data across institutions, as well as connecting and integrating research to healthcare. CD2H is harnessing the potential of information technology towards medical research by promoting the transition from traditional discrete small data sets to emerging high-throughput large data sets that span clinical informatics, bioinformatics, and research information for more efficient data capture, analysis, and sharing, all within the setting of secure computing environments. CTSAs can also provide a rapid response to emerging public health concerns. These examples of ongoing projects relate to the opioid crisis, demonstrate the breadth and scope of the CTSA reach. Here now are a few selected projects that will highlight the scope of CTSA activities. New ways of delivering healthcare beyond the traditional doctor-patient relationship offer opportunities for approaching underserved and hard-to-reach populations. Health 360X engages patients through a health coach along with targeted mobile and web applications. Barbershops may not come to mind with regard to blood pressure, but trusted environments can be leveraged, leading to better outcomes. New technology, especially digital, offers new ways of looking at the world and ourselves. Application of these advances has led to a smartphone app that measures hemoglobin levels from an image of fingernails. This is literally putting a medical laboratory in the palm of your hand. Wearables and implantables are creating new options for both patients and providers. Information technology and computing algorithms are taking over data analysis for faster and more clear medical imaging. With wearables becoming more common, one CTSA in conjunction with Apple is evaluating the potential clinical utility of data that is being generated from a wearable device in order to assess its contribution to overall patient care management. Beyond MDs and PhDs, there is a large cadre of clinical research professionals required for successful clinical research teams embarking on large projects. Diamond is a unique online e-portfolio that promotes workforce development and connection. Training is a critical element of the CTSA program, and its Scholars Program selects from the brightest and most promising next generation of healthcare professionals. From the integration of cutting-edge technologies to novel modalities in healthcare delivery to dissecting the metabolic and hormonal mechanisms of diet, these young professionals are making their mark and breaking new ground for the next generation of healthcare. Successive training programs can only be demonstrated long after trainees have completed training. Here are two individuals that have gone on to excel in their respective fields. As mentioned at the outset, NCATS is seeking input from any and all stakeholder communities concerning the CTSA program. Toward this end, we have bucketed areas for comments into 4 categories. There is no expectation of comprehensive commentary. Please select as much or as little as you feel appropriate. The CTSA is all about breaking or removing barriers. Translating basic research into relevant clinical applications is the CTSA's raison d'etre. Workforce development is a critical component of the translational enterprise to ensure long-term sustainability. From its inception, community engagement has been a hallmark of the CTSA program. Identifying better mechanisms for engaging a wide range of communities is the shortest path for addressing health disparities and faster dissemination. Lastly, NCATS is interested in hearing your thoughts on programmatic priorities and goals, as well as ideas on measuring the impact of the overall program. With regard to the mechanics of the RFA, the URL for the RFI is listed here. All comments must be submitted online, and the comment period is open through October 25th. Please bear in mind that this RFI is for information and planning purposes only. Individual responses cannot be provided. Any future updates to this RFI will be found through this link. Specific questions regarding the RFI can be addressed to the following email. Thank you for viewing. NCATS looks forward to your insightful commentary.